Let's bring in our good pal, Eric Criscuolo, market strategist here at the New York Stock Exchange for his perspective on today's price action and really this entire year's price action. Welcome back to the show.
It is always great to be here with you. Thank you very much.
So we are not only closing the day at session lows, which is interesting, but we're finishing the year 4 down days. We're still waiting to see a Santa Claus coming to town. Eric, what do you see as you look up in these markets?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of red today. I think he's got about 2 more days to come, Santa Claus anyway, for the Santa Claus rally. But let's take a step back, right? You said we're up 17% on the year, the S&P 500 is. We're above the 50-day moving average, we're above the 100-day, we're above the 200-day. I think we just closed on the 20-day moving average. So, I think the market is just kind of trying to figure out where it wants to settle right now. We just hit an all-time high a few days ago, Christmas Eve. So it's not like we're falling apart here, but I think there's just kind of some technical things going on right now in the market that's kind of driving some of the price action here.
Yeah, what are you going to be looking for in the days ahead? Obviously, to your point, so we're off tomorrow. Yep. That's Thursday, New Year's Day. We're back open on Friday, and then Monday will technically be the final day for what we usually call the Santa Claus rally window. We could have a big pop to start the year, but what are some of the indicators and catalysts you'll be looking for to give you some sense of what the month of January will hold for investors?
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice to get off on a good foot, right? Everybody wants to do that. So, there's going to be a full week of trading next week, finally. We're going to have some more data coming in. We're going to have some job reports coming in, some employment data. That's always helpful for the markets to find direction. Big events like the CES, Consumer Electronics Show. A lot of tech is going to be out there, obviously. Updates from NVIDIA, AMD, some of the big, huge tech companies, some of the consumer products companies as well. So, there's going to be a lot of events to kind of look at as far as setting the stage for next year.
Yeah, one of the many things we've been talking about, especially this last quarter, this really incredible surge in precious and industrial metals, gold an all-time high, silver all-time high after all-time high. How do you position that as you look at that, being a market strategist here at the New York Stock Exchange, especially compared to maybe some other elements and financial instruments that have performed this year?
Yeah, the rip in precious metals has obviously been one of the main themes to end the year. We saw gold kind of do it initially, and then silver kind of took the mantle, and it's been very volatile, right? With some of the margin requirements changing on a daily basis. So that's going to be one of the stories to look at as we were talking about early in 2026, especially silver, because it is such, even though it's a precious metal, it's also a very industrial focused metal as well, used in a lot of applications, much more than gold. So we're going to see how all those other base metals kind of perform as well. Aluminum, iron, steel, everything else. So, that's going to play into the narrative of, margins and inflation. And, if those metals move higher, it's going to make it harder for some of those other companies to kind of keep margins going up as well. So a lot of things going on right now.
Yeah, Eric, almost out of time. Before I let you go, what is one thing that surprised you in these financial markets in 2025?
Well, I mean, I'd have to say the insane rip that we saw from the lows in April, up, we're up over about 40% from the lows on the year, and it was a very fast recovery, V-shaped, textbook example. That was probably the biggest surprise to me anyway in financial markets, was just how fast we rallied off that low. Besides financial markets, I'm going to have to say, for me personally, it was the New York Islanders getting the first overall pick to select Matthew Schaefer, 18-year-old wonder kid defenseman who hopefully will be an Islander for the next 15, 20 years.
There you go. I'm a New Jersey Devils fan, won't hold it against you. As long as the Rangers lose, then I think you and I both win.
We can both agree on that.
Eric Criscuolo, market strategist here at the NYSE. Thank you, my friend. Happy New Year to you. Thanks
Happy
for
New
being
Year
here.
to you as well. Happy New Year, everyone.